Okay, so for this one we're going to be looking at cutting lists for National 5 Practical Woodwork. There's always going to be a question in the exam that's about 4 to 6 marks that asks you to complete a cutting list. So this one's asking us to complete a cutting list below using the information in the working drawing shown opposite. So this is the drawing they give you. They give you a range of sizes on the drawing and they give you a range of sizes in the cutting list already. They don't explicitly give you all the sizes. There's a little bit of working out to do sometime. For this one, all it's asking you to do is the length. Sometimes it will be one length size, one breadth size, one thickness and one quantity. I wouldn't worry too much about what it's given for the length, the breadth and the thickness. The thickness is always going to be normally the smallest size, but the length and breadth sort of vary depending on what part it is. It's hard to say the length and breadth in a little table like this for some of the parts. So the things that I'll be looking at is the overall sizes and then the inside sizes that it's given you. So we'll do the quantity first. So the quantity of the shelves is a pretty easy one. In the drawing above it does label what everything is, but I've not got that in this picture. I think it's here. So it tells you everything. So it says it labels everything. So for the shelves there's just 2 shelves. There's the top and the base as well. They don't count because they've got their own part in the cutting list. So for the shelves it's just 2, pretty easy. Next we're going to look at the length for the sides. So in this drawing it says the sides are the side parts obviously, but you need to just make sure you're absolutely clear. So for the sides it gives you the overall height of the sides, which is 695, but that won't be the length of our sides. We'll have to do a little bit of maths, so you have to be taking away the top and the bottom. So if I just quickly do this, so the length of the sides is just going to be up to this part. You don't want to include this size and this size. So 695 and it'll be taking away 20 and 20, so that's taking away 40. So the overall size is going to be 655 for that one. For the next part, so the length of the shelves. So if we look at this drawing, it's saying the shelves are these parts. So the parts we've done for the quantity where we picked 2, we're looking at the length of that. So as I was talking about before, sometimes it can get confusing about what the length and the breadth is. So the length, just mark up again. So the length it's saying for this is going to be this size across here. However, it does say that it would be 150, but if you look at this little drawing over here, it's saying that the stopped housing for shelves cut to half depth. So it actually goes into this part halfway, and this part's thickness is 20, so it's going in an extra 10 on either side. So you do 150 plus 10 plus 10, which is then 170. And for the base part, we're looking at the length again, and we're just going to look at this total size at the bottom. Just mark up again. The length is just going to be this total length this way. Since when we're looking at the end elevation it's saying 150 for the base, so it's not going to be 150 again, so that means we're looking at the elevation this time. So we are getting 250 for the length of the base. So it's not always straightforward. You're not just looking at sizes on the drawing. You've got to do a little bit of adding and subtracting and look at every little part of the drawing. They don't make it easy. They'll give you maybe 1 or 2 marks pretty easy, but the other ones are actually quite hard to find. So you just need to spend a wee bit of time, and it just takes time getting good at these. So have a wee practice at these yourself. If you've got any